Hello, welcome to WFG's most frequently received licensing calls webinar. My name is Toya Haskett. I will be presenting the first half of this webinar. The second half will be presented by Sandra Banner. If time allows, we will address your questions at the end of the webinar. First, here is our licensing phone team. We thought you would like to put a face with the voices you hear when you call in. Caller information. We currently accept calls from levels 20 and above. We also accept calls from assistants if the upline has set up the assistant password, question, and answer. The assistant must verify information on each call. To reach the licensing department, please dial 770-246-9889 and select option 3. Our lines are open Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Support cases. If you're not authorized to call in, you may submit a support case. Support cases can be submitted on mywfg.com by selecting the Help button at the bottom right of the screen, then select Help and Support. Search featured categories or type the keywords in search. Select an article. If you cannot find an article, you will see the option Still Need Help. Submit a support case. Provide as much information as possible in your support case to receive an accurate response. Once a support case is created, you may track the status of the case by going to mywfg.com, Help and Support, then My Cases. Submitting licenses and CEs. We require all initial licenses and renewals to be submitted to WFG license apps at transamerica.com. Anti-money laundering certificates may be uploaded through the back office system, also known as BOSS. Long-term care certificates may be submitted to WFG license apps at transamerica.com. Annuities and Index Universal Life are no longer tracked by WFG and should not be sent to WFG. Oftentimes, the carrier requires these certificates, so check with individual carriers regarding their requirements for submission. Canada anti-money laundering and referral courses are sent to WFG electronically. Do not submit these certificates to WFG. When sending documents, please remember the following. Include your agent code in the subject line of the email. Scan each document type separately and send in separate emails. Do not send attachments that are locked or that require a passcode to open. And please send all documents in PDF format. Perpetual state licenses. What is a perpetual state license and how do I update my perpetual state license with WFG? Perpetual states do not require license renewals and the license does not have an expiration date. For example, Florida. However, an agent's license is only perpetual as long as the continuing education requirements are met. It is the agent's responsibility to provide updates to WFG based on the review date indicated by the state's Department of Insurance. To update your perpetual license, follow up with your state's Department of Insurance to request your continuing education review page and/or transcript. Email your continuing education document and/or State Department of Insurance to WFG at WFG licenseapps@transamerica.com. Submitting appointments. Submit your appointment request to mywfg.com using the following path: Home, Menu, Licensing and Appointments, Appointments, then a carrier appointment. Paper appointments. Include your agent code in the subject line of all correspondence. Send each provider appointments as an individual attachment. Do not scan each page separately. Do not combine several company appointment applications together. Do not combine several agents' paperwork in one email. Scan license and education certificates separately. Electronic appointments. To ensure you submit the application successfully, please verify that all check marks are selected before you select Submit. Select the Submit button upon completion. When the application indicates pending carrier, this indicates that the application has been submitted to WFG successfully. Non-resident appointments may only be submitted if you are already appointed in your resident state. If the provider is not listed on the non-resident form, you are required to submit the non-resident appointment application electronically. For Florida non-resident paper appointments, the Florida County sheet is required to be submitted along with your appointment request. Pending appointments. Why is my appointment in pending status? Some carriers will leave your appointment in pending status until you have submitted new business. Once the company has the new business, they will file your appointment request with the state you have selected, making your appointment active. Please note, the carrier at their discretion may deactivate your pending appointment if there are name discrepancies between the information on file with the insurance department and the information submitted on the appointment request. Also, if there are background issues, this may cause deactivation of pending requests also. Length of time carrier appointments will be kept in pending status. Allianz, 12 months. Crump, no expiration date. MetLife, at the provider's discretion. Everest, American Amicable, at the provider's discretion. Forethought Distribution, at the provider's discretion. Jackson National, 24 months. Lincoln National, 12 months. Nationwide, 12 months. Sun America, American General, 12 months. Transamerica Long-Term Care, 24 months. Voya Companies, 18 months. I'm now going to be turning over the remainder of this webinar to Sandra Banner.
Hello, I'm Sandra Banner, and I'm going to be going over additional requirements and information in regards to licensing in the second half of this webinar. First, I'm going to go over corporate affiliation states. Some states require agency affiliation to be filed with them prior to an agent receiving an appointment. For the first-time appointments in any state, the corporate affiliation may add additional time to process the appointment application. Corporate affiliation states are listed below. Corporate affiliation wait states are Arkansas, Hawaii, Massachusetts, and New Mexico. The corporate affiliation for wait states means that we must wait for the approved corporate affiliation from the state before we can submit the appointment request to the provider. Appointment statuses. Check the appointments through mywfg.com, home, menu, licensing and appointment, licensing, licensing reports, license and appointments reports. How do I find the status of my appointments with Crump? Go to mywfg.com, carrier appointments, and then select Crump. At the home page of Crump website, select Contracting and Appointments. You can then select one of the following. You can select My Appointments, Pending Appointments, or My Open Request. Now your licensing reports. How do I run a licensing and appointments report? You can find a variety of reports under the Reports section on mywfg.com. To run a licensing and appointments report, you just click on mywfg.com, select Reports, select Licenses and Appointments Reports, and then you can filter the report based on the information you need. For example, if you're looking for your anti-money laundering course, you can filter by checking classification, and under classification, then you would choose education. How can I check the status of my license? To check the status of your license, you will click mywfg.com. Then you will select License and Appointments Reports. Select License under Classification, and then select Generate Report. Now the hot states. Hot states, what they are override commissions for business written in the hot state, and it can only be paid to uplines who have the appropriate insurance license, life, health, variables, and security registrations where applicable, an appointment with the respective product provider where business is written by the downline. The hot state list can be found by going to mywfg.com, menu, licensing and appointments, licensing, and then choose hot state. Long-term care. Contact the Department of Insurance and the provider for requirement details. The requirements vary by the state and the provider. Always submit your long-term care certificate to WFG and the provider. How often do I need to complete the long-term care course? Agents that are selling long-term care insurance or long-term care rider will be responsible for completing an initial long-term care course. A long-term care refresher course may be required, and that's depending on your state requirements. Can I add long-term care to my existing life appointment? Yes, you can. Long-term care insurance can be added to an existing applicable appointment. All you have to do is submit a written request to WFG via email, and you will submit that request to WFG License Apps at transamerica.com. In your request, please include the provider's state in which you will be writing the business, and attach a copy of your completed long-term care certificate. Example, process my long-term care appointment with TPLIC in the state of Florida. Fiduciary guardrails. This is a requirement as of 2017. The fiduciary guardrail course is a part of our Department of Labor initiative. It is designed to ensure all WFGIA agents are familiar with and ready for the DOL changes that are now in effect and are prepared for the changes that are anticipated in the months ahead. Manual life travel. Manual life travel is for Canada agents only, and to request the access to manual life travel, all you have to do is submit a web support case. And now in order to request a manual life travel, you have to have an active life and health license prior to submitting your request. Affiliation fees. World Financial Group Insurance Agency Incorporated and its subsidiaries, WFGIA and Transamerica Financial Advisors, TFA, have implemented an affiliation fee that became effective June 1st, 2017. This fee is for WFGIA and agents and an update to the existing fee structure for TFA representatives. You can learn more about the fee on the affiliation fee page of mywfg.com. For any additional help, you can always check the knowledge articles on mywfg.com using the help and support feature, and search functions provide many articles to many questions regarding license. And to do this, all you have to do is go on mywfg.com via help and support. And all you have to do is click on the feature. And for example, if you're looking for an article under commission, you would just click on commission, and the knowledge articles will appear. And all you have to do is select the questions that you're looking for. And if you do not find the questions that are the answer to the questions that you're looking for, you can always submit a wealth support case, and that could be submitted by any agent. Thank you for your time, and the presentation will be found on WFG Talk at any time. If there's any questions that you guys have. If there are not any questions, we thank you for your time. And like I said before, this webinar at any time can be found on MyWFG Talk. Thank you.